Okay, we're going to edit an event and we're going to edit that to music. So we've got some clips and I'm going to give you the top 5 tips that I think will speed up this process, make it go quick from start to finish. Well, I'm going to start with the basics because I can't skip over being really good and fast at J, K, L, I, and O. So the J, K, and L are the playback controls, I and O mark in and out points, F will make that a favorite. Then we're going to talk about something called storyboard editing. We're going to get everything into the timeline, and we're going to talk about option bracket to trim the ends of clips in the timeline. Then we're going to do a command called play around edit. That's called shift, or the shortcut for that is shift Q, or shift question mark rather. And then I'm going to show you real quickly markers and slip edits. That's kind of a bonus. It's actually way more than we can hope to learn in this quick amount of time. So let's get into this particular project. This is Lee Summit North's Homecoming Parade, and I've got some music here. Now it's important that I don't add the music to the project first. So when I add that there, I get this message asking me all these questions that I'm not really concerned about. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that, and I'm just going to take one clip, kind of a throwaway clip, and put it in the timeline. And then I'm going to add the music down there. Whoops, did not mean to select that. That's why Option X, by the way, removes any of those edit points. And I'm going to take it down there, and I'm going to do what's called a connect edit. So you see this is connect over here. This is insert. This is append, and that's overwrite. I'm going to select that and do what's called a connect edit. So you see now that's down below the timeline, and it's ready to go. So I've marked all my favorites. You can see them here, the green line. And then I'm going to change this sort feature to just see the favorites. Now this is called storyboard editing. I'm going to deselect my clips and make sure nothing's selected. It happens that these events, or rather these clips, pretty much show up in order, but I do know that I want the mascot at the very end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to click the first one, and I'm going to scroll down. And I'm going to shift click this one, then I'm going to command click this one, and so what I'm doing is basically Final Cut Pro is taking note of the order that I select these. So I could select all different orders, and that's called storyboard editing. Basically you're just clicking on the picture in the order that you want them to show up. I'm going to click on that guy last, and looks like I lost the edit there. I think I did a bit of a trim later. Yeah, so I lost those selections in the initial part as I was going into that, but that's okay. I'm going to deselect that guy. Let's say we don't really want everything. We want that last. And then I'm going to hit this overwrite edit button, or I could hit D. That's the shortcut. Okay, and then you'll see the last thing that I selected there. So you could spend some time selecting the ones that you want. By the way, I do want to take a quick note of the fact that I turned on this command, or rather this option, under browser, and that is show used media ranges. So now I've done storyboard editing, and I'm going to use option bracket to trim some of these to the beat. I'm going to hit the space bar to get a good feel of the beat here, and I'm actually going to turn down the audio. I can select that and then hit control minus. I want just a little bit of audio in there, but not much. And I'm going to hit the space bar right there, and then this is where I'm going to use this shortcut number 2, option key, hold it down, and then hit the right bracket. And let's zoom in on this just real quick. I want to show you this up close and personal. Whoops, okay. What's going to happen is it's going to trim off everything to the right of the playhead. So watch this. Option and bracket, trimmed everything to the right, and I can keep doing that down the timeline to sort of match the pacing of the song. Let me get out of that zoom control there. That's where I want that one to go, option bracket. Now if I want to check those out, I'm going to tab over to my thing and remind myself I'm going to use the play around shortcut, and the play around shortcut gives me a sense of the edit that I just made. So I hold down shift and slash or question mark, and all it does is it just jumps around that particular edit point. Okay, now let's do something with the marker. I'm gonna put a marker right here where the hand goes up right there. So I'm going to select that. M makes a marker, and then I'm going to put a marker on this beat of the music. So I need to select the music and then put M on that beat of the music. So I'm going to do what's called a slip edit, and I get that by pulling up in the trim tool. Or I could hit T, and this is a little bit complicated, but I wanted to show you it because it's super cool. Notice that this edit point and this edit point stay exactly the same, but the content inside that edit point moves, and so I can drag that over and lock that point to the beat. What I'm seeing up here in the viewer is I'm seeing the starting frame and the end frame. Okay, and if I go too far, notice how that turns red on the left edge of the clip. That means I don't have any more footage. I can't drag it any further that way. So try that, and let me see how that plays. I'm going to hit Command or Shift question mark. Oops, I missed that mark a little bit there. Oh, I got it on the down. Oh, my marker was in the wrong spot. I really want it there. Okay, so I'm going to hit here. Get back A to get the regular tool, M to give me that marker. This marker I'm going to right click on and delete. T gets me that trim tool again, and I'm going to drag that over to there. Spacebar to play. And there we go. So maybe I like to go through and make some nice little moments like that where the video and the music sync up perfectly. So that's what I call my top 5 tips to make this super quick and to make it super good.